Good morning, everyone, and welcome to YJP's live coverage of the prelude to the season, the track promo that will get you all set up for this upcoming track season. Hello, everybody. I am Chris Thornburg alongside Donald Wood, and we're getting ready to give you an exciting exhibition race that includes members of YJP if they were actually in track. Donnie, how are you excited about today's race today?
Extremely. I have so much energy running through me right now.
Indeed you do. And that leads us to our rules and regulations for today's race. We have 3 teams of 2 drivers, 1 wheelbarrower and 1 who's pushing the wheelbarrow. At the end of the course, there will be an obstacle. The wheelbarrower has to be the one that goes over the obstacle, while the person who acts as the wheelbarrow will be going through the obstacle. At the conclusion of the obstacle, the wheelbarrow will turn around and run all the way back to the start-finish line, and we will have a winner. And with that, let's toss it down to our track referee, Brent, who will get this race underway.
On your mark.
Looks like they're getting set.
Get set.
And
Go.
And they're off. Looks like the Justinos are off to a good start. The Walmart wheelbarrow is really slowing down. The Justinos wobbling into Drew's lane. Donnie, looks like there was a little bit of contact there between the Justinos and the Jerks. Looks like the Justinos have a little bit of trouble staying on track.
How long is this going to last? We got to wrap this up. Tiffany just called about time.
And the race now is getting really tight between the Justinos and the Jerks. Looks like the Justinos starting... Are you texting?
Nope.
And the race is getting extremely tight now between the Justinos and the Jerks as they work their way towards the finish line. Tiffany?
Yep.
Oh, and it looks like contact, and there's a collision on the track between the Justinos and the Jerks as they hit the obstacle. Here comes the Jerks. The Jerks have got him, and the Jerks will beat the Justinos at the line. So, with that, it looks like the Jerks have won. Let's head down to the trackside
really
area.
Nice to call them jerks.
Let's head trackside for an interview with the winners.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, so I dedicate this race to all my...
On behalf of the track team, who we wish a great good luck to, I am Chris Thornburg. Donnie, any parting words?
Nope.
That'll do it for us for here. Now, back to the anchors. What's going on, Jack? It's Chris Thornburg here from downtown Bartow. Today is January 30th, 2009, and you're watching YJP News. Good morning, guys, and welcome to historic downtown Bartow, home to such places as Palace Pizza, the Old Courthouse Museum, and, of course, Main Street. Right now, we're in the middle of Fort Blount Park, which was erected in 2002 in honor of the establishment, which was, well, Bartow, founded in 1853. Now, guys, there are a lot of interesting places to eat here in downtown Bartow, from the Cookie Jar to the Bedrock Cafe, but YJP Junior reporter Larry Lahara has a special report on a brand new restaurant that opened up just last week. All right, thanks, Larry. Now, Jack, it's time to check in on what's going on around the sporting world of Bartow High School. That's right, it's time to go in the bleachers. The boys basketball team is continuing their string of dominance after a huge district win last week over the Haines City Hornets. The Bartow Yellow Jackets took on the George Jenkins Eagles last Tuesday in the Bartow Gym. And the Jackets were able to dominate the George Jenkins Eagles on Tuesday night, posting up a final score of 77-50. The Eagles were only able to keep it close for about, 3 quarters, and after that, the Jackets would pull away and never look back. Now, the Yellow Jackets will be hosting the Ridge Community Bolts tonight in the Bartow Gym. It's senior night. JV starts at 6 and varsity at 7:30. Not to be forgotten are the girls basketball team. Their district tournament starts on Monday. And last but not least, the Polk County Invitational at Lakeland High School is this Saturday. That is for all wrestlers. YJP would like to send a big shout out, thanks, good luck to all athletes involved. Now let's toss it over to Ben and Corey with your Music Weekly. All right, thanks, guys, and keep rocking on. And that's just about going to do it for us here from downtown Bartow Jackets. For YJP News, I am Chris Thornburg. We'll see you back in the studio on Monday. Later, guys. Hey, Jackets, do you need a new car? Do you even have a car? Or do you just need something a little bit faster than that Pinto? Well, Bartow Ford is here to help. Since 1994, their Drive for Excellence program has offered and given away a brand new Ford Mustang every single year to a worthy Polk County scholar. The contest is open to all juniors and seniors in Polk County, and it's really easy to enter. All you need are some good grades and a quick trip down here.
Drive for Excellence is a program that Bartow Ford has been doing for 16 years now. It's to give kids more of an incentive to go to school, earn A's and B's, and it gives them an opportunity to actually win a brand new Mustang. We've given away, this year will be our 16th Mustang. To enter the Drive for Excellence program, all you have to do is bring down your current report card. For every A, you're going to get 3 entries. For every B, you're going to get 1 entry. And for perfect attendance, you'll also get 3 additional entries. And again, it has to be the current report card. When the next report card comes out, the previous report card's not valid any longer.
Since the inception of the award, 2 students from Bartow High School have won a brand new Mustang. But that begs the question, what school has the most ponies in their stable? Well, that will be George Jenkins High School, with a total of 3, winning their 3rd last year. So remember, Jackets, score good grades, come to school every day, and you might just be driving home in a brand new Ford Mustang. For YJP News, I'm Chris Thornburg. Good morning, Jackets, and welcome to The Amazing You. Here on the 3rd floor, Mosey brings you an experience like no other. They take you all the way from conception of an embryo all the way up to the adolescence of a teen. And they show you all the stops in between. In addition, they also show you what would happen if you were under the influence of some substances. Come on, let's go take a drive. All right, guys, now while I know I look pretty flattering in these glasses, they actually serve a pretty good purpose. These glasses show you the effects of intoxication on your eyesight. For instance, right now, I don't think I'm looking at the camera. And when I walk, it probably looks like I'm walking really weirdly. Well, such are the effects of these glasses. All right, guys, here's something that's really interesting. It's actually a camera that zooms in on your eye. Now, it's really interesting because it gives you an in-depth look at what you really can't see from close up. From calculating your body mass index to showing just how crazy you really do look when you're intoxicated, The Amazing You has it all, everything from the embryonic to adolescent stage. For YJP News, I'm Chris Thornburg. Good morning, Jackets. Today is Monday, February 9th, 2009, and you're watching YJP News. Today for lunch, the cafeteria ladies are serving up cheeseburgers. In addition, there will be an FBA meeting tomorrow in Mr. Giles' room. All members need to attend. If you cannot attend, please see Mr. Giles. Seniors t-shirts are on sale for $10. Please see Mrs. Clay in the leadership room for more information. Attention all NHS students, there is a meeting tomorrow in the auditorium. Topics of discussion will include community service hours and future opportunities. In sporting news, the boys basketball team competed in the annual Stinger Shootout this past weekend, defeating the Monsignor Pace Spartans, who were previously ranked #1 in the state. Join the Jackets in the gym next Tuesday night as they take on the Kathleen Red Devils at home. JV starts at 6 and varsity begins at 7:30. In addition, the boys baseball and girls softball teams will be kicking off their seasons with home openers this weekend at the Hives. The boys will host Spoto while the girls take on Haines City. All games start at 7:15. The West Bartow Front Porch is looking for any students interested in earning community service hours while working outdoors. If you are a student who is interested, please call 863-533-1773. And Bartow High School is beginning their paper recycling program once more. A large container has been placed by the 1000 pod and will be there for the next few weeks. Please drop off your magazines, papers, and other discarded materials to the container when possible. Bartow High has also announced future plans for aluminum and plastic recycling containers as well. And that will do it for YJP News. My name is Chris Thornburg. Please stay tuned for Channel 1 and have a nice day. Good morning, Jackets, and welcome to the Hive, home of your 7-time state champion Bartow Lady Jacket softball team. We're going to take an in-depth look at this dynasty, a view of some of today's news, and a look at a spring sport you might not know much about. Today is March 6th, 2009, and you're going spring training with YJP News. The Bartow Lady Jackets softball team is gearing up for another exciting season of softball, hoping to emulate all the success they've had in the past. YJP freshman reporters Corey Lee and Ben Walworth have more on this high school dynasty.
Now I'm Corey Lee.
All right, guys, thanks. Now let's throw it over to the basketball gym with YJP junior reporter Larry Lahara, who's going to give you your sports news for the day as we go in the bleachers.
Hey, Jackets.
Now, while there are a lot of different sports taking place all around the Bartow campus, for those looking for a little bit more contact in their springtime fun, one school in Polk County offers up just that. Earlier this week, I went down to All Saints Academy to check out their lacrosse program. Welcome back to Bartow Jackets, and more specifically, the tennis courts at the Bartow Civic Center, where the boys and girls tennis teams host all of their tennis matches. Now, there are a lot of interesting activities and club events happening all around the campus, which leads us to today's club scene. First off, we have a few bits of congratulations to hand out. To begin with, let's start with the Bartow High School Foreign Language Department, which hosted the annual World Language District Competition this past weekend, and the team took home first place, Rock On Home Team. In addition, this past Saturday, FFA members traveled to Pinellas Technical Education Center and competed in the state FFA Nursery and Landscaping Competition, where the team placed 11th. YJP would like to congratulate all involved. Attention seniors, the Universal Technical Institute will be hosting annual scholarship testing on Saturday, March 28th at UTI's Orlando campus. The test will be at 11:30 and will be free to all seniors who show up. And one final note to all freshmen and sophomores, a quick reminder that FCAT testing is taking place next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Juniors, you guys aren't out of the picture either. You have FCAT Science next Thursday. So be sure to get a good night's sleep and a healthy breakfast the next morning. And also, please do not bring any electronic devices to testing facilities, as that may result in test invalidation. With that, YJP News has concluded for this Friday, March 6th. I'm Chris Thornburg. We'll see you next Monday back on campus. What's going on, Jackets? Chris Thornburg coming to you from the Lakeland Center, where the Bartow Yellow Jackets just had their state semifinal matchup. We have a full recap of that game and a retrospective on the season coming up in your Tailgater Report.
It is Hitman.
The Jackets' ironclad defense held strong through the first half with a 23-21 lead. However, in the second half, they fought valiantly, but it proved to not be enough as the Cocoa Tigers pulled away and won with a final score of 61-52. All right, I'm here with Mark Young, Jr. at Lakeland High School, yet you're doing color commentary for the Bartow Yellow Jackets on 1130 WBF, and really stat-man for the Jackets, and a great season to look back on.
Absolutely, Chris. Just a remarkable season. Started out 7-5, going into the Christmas break there. Coming out of Christmas break, had a 12-0 win streak. Ended with that huge victory over Monsignor Pace that really got the team going. Headed into districts, swept through districts, swept through regionals, and took home their first regional championship in 15 years. So that's really something to be thankful for and be proud of for this Bartow basketball team. But a tough one to swallow here in the semifinal matchup.
And you can't really be disappointed with a loss in the state semifinals, because Bartow's still going home in the regional championship. You can't be disappointed with that.
Absolutely not. You are disappointed, with the loss here, but Bartow just absolutely one of the strongest seasons they've had in about 15 years since their last regional championship, and this is the first time they've been in the Final Four since '89. So a huge season.
And of course, you got one more thing to look forward to. Only 3 seniors are leaving the team this year. Very bright future for the Yellow Jackets.
Excellent future, like you said, Chris. We're going to be back here with pretty much the same team, with the exception of Jamal Lawson, Jeff Thomas, and Sean Montgomery, and all 3 of those guys have been a huge key to our success this season.
And it's still going to be great to look forward and watching these guys on next season. It's going to be great hearing you on the radio. Thanks for talking to us, Mark.
Thank you, Chris.
And you can catch Mark and Clint Edwards on 1130 WWBF Bartow. That's on the AM dial next year for basketball season. Mark, thank you again.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, Jackets, that will do it for us here from the Lakeland Center. The Bartow Yellow Jackets ending their season with a regional championship. Congratulations, guys, and congratulations to Coach McGriff. For YJP News, I'm Chris Thornburg. Since 1980, Mothers Against Drunk Driving has fought to prevent teenage deaths caused by reckless and drunk driving. I recently caught up with Debbie Stevens, a member of MAD, who told me her story.
For Monroe's story and any other story, I hope they go and they make the wise choices. I can't sit there and tell them not to drink and drive because they're going to do no matter what I tell them. They're going to try it and they're going to do it. I'm just asking them to please stop and think before they get into a car with a drunk driver or to drive and drink, because they destroy lives and don't realize they are destroying their lives as well as other people's.
In 1999, Debbie Stevens lost her eldest son, Monroe Stevens, due to an incident involving drunk driving. Monroe was a passenger in a vehicle driven and subsequently crashed by a drunk driver. Now, Mrs. Stevens travels across Central Florida hoping that some students take something away from Monroe's story.
To prevent people from getting in a car and drinking and driving and killing someone or injuring someone.
So students, as you prepare for prom this year, don't forget the story of Debbie Stevens and don't let that happen to you. For YJP News, I'm Chris Thornburg. Hey Jackets, and welcome to In the Bleachers. We're here at the Collector's Dream Sports Memorabilia Shop to give you, well, your sporting news. And of course, the biggest news we have to give you is the big congratulations that goes out to the boys basketball team, who last week secured their #1 seed in the upcoming district tournament. Now, before they do that, they have to deal with this weekend's tournament, which just so happens to be in the Bartow gym. I talked to Coach McGriff earlier about the upcoming Mosaic Stinger Shootout.
On the floor, we haven't done anything different in practice.
Now, the boys do have that big district tournament to focus on, but the Stinger Shootout should prove to be a great warm-up. And in other sporting news, the baseball and softball teams both set off their seasons on the right foot this past weekend with their annual alumni games. YJP News would like to wish all spring sports teams a big good luck. And now let's toss it back to Larry with more of today's news. All right, here at All Saints Academy, they offer up a multitude of springtime sports, most of which can be found right back on the Bartow campus, with one glaring exception. The All Saints lacrosse program features players from Bartow High School and a sport which combines hockey, football, and soccer all on the same field. I recently caught up with some Bartow players and the coach himself to find out more about this exciting sport.
Well, I'm from Long Island originally, and I played lacrosse growing up, and then I went to Duke and played at Duke for 4 years. And so it was a natural progression that when I had a chance, I wanted to spread the game. One of the things I like about lacrosse is you can develop a skill and fill a niche. You know, for football it pays to be really big, for basketball it pays to be really tall. But if you can develop a skill and do it really well, we'll find a place for you on the lacrosse field. I really believe it's a sport everybody can play. I find it, people might find it difficult, but I don't find it any different. When the season started, we got all together and we established the fact that although we're from a lot of different schools, we're just one team, and we really stress that family atmosphere. There's no cliques. If you're on the team, we're one big family.
For those of you who don't know much about the sport of lacrosse, think about soccer, except instead of your feet, you use a lacrosse stick. So if you're looking for a little bit more contact in your springtime fun, pick up a stick and head to your nearest lacrosse field. For YJP News, I'm Chris Thornburg.